Did you know that just an hour of meal planning can save you a whopping $500 a month? In this video, I'll walk you through my step-by-step process for easy meal planning and show you how spending a little time planning can save you big time and money each month. Just like budgeting your money can lead to wealth and riches, so can learning to meal plan. Meal planning is the food world equivalent of creating a spending plan for your money. So grab a pen and get ready to make a meal plan and begin saving yourself a ton of money and finally achieving your health goals. So how exactly can meal planning save you $500 a month? Let me break it down. First, meal planning cuts out eating out, which is expensive. Even if I opt for a cheaper option like ordering pizza to feed my family of 5, that's gonna cost me around $60 each time. And if we did that every week for the whole month, there's $240 right there in pizza. And that's not even for good pizza. This is for some just middle of the road, okay pizza. If you're more of an eat out for breakfast person, check out my video comparing a McDonald's Egg McMuffin to a homemade one. You are going to be shocked at the price of the fast food Egg McMuffin. I'll drop a link right here. Reason number 2 to start meal planning is that it cuts out the last minute runs to the grocery store to grab something for dinner because you just don't have a plan. If you do this a few times a week, you will likely end up grabbing more than what you need just for that night's meal. You'll also grab, a new protein bar, snacks for the kids, another jar of pasta sauce, dessert for Friday night dessert night. You get the point. The last time you went to the store to grab a few things, how many extra items did you come home with? Let me know in the comments. So on those grab and go grocery days, you end up spending an extra $20 each trip. And for 3 random grocery runs a week, times 4 weeks a month, that adds up to another $240 a month. And grocery stores are literally configured to encourage this type of impulse spending. Finally, meal planning cuts out buying more than you need. If I don't meal plan, I might go to the store and stock up on my usuals without knowing that I have most of them in my pantry already. For example, I usually grab a few cans of chickpeas, some black beans, lentils, canned tomatoes, plus peanut butter. We always seem to need peanut butter in this house. What is it with kids and just crushing the peanut butter? Right now, I checked right before we started recording, and in my pantry, I have 3 cans of chickpeas, 1 can of black beans, and a brand new jar of peanut butter. If I went to the store and just grabbed my usuals without checking my inventory, I would spend an extra $10 to $30 that I didn't really need to. Granted, I do love to be stocked up, but when I have a meal plan and I follow the meal plan, I always have what I need on hand, no stockpile of random extras. So that's how you can save $500 a month by meal planning. Now let's walk through the actionable steps to start meal planning today. Step 1, inventory. Before you even think about meals for the week, do an inventory of what you already have in your fridge, in your freezer, and in your pantry. What do you already have that you can use in meals this week? This is a great way to reduce waste and save money by not having to throw out items that went past their expiration date or duplicate what you already have. Now, I know some people keep a nice detailed list of what they have, a pretty inventory that they can quickly reference. I am not this person. And if this isn't you either, I got you. Simply open up the fridge, scan. What produce do you have that needs to be eaten up? Half a bag of broccoli from Costco? Next, open up your freezer. Is there frozen fruit? Are there frozen veggies or pasta that you can put to use in meals this week? And then finally, check the pantry. What do you have hiding on a low back shelf? Some brown rice you forgot 2 weeks ago? You get the idea. Find out what is currently on hand and then figure out what you can make. I've got a ton of recipes on my website that are completely free for you to use. I'll drop a link below. And as you take inventory, write down these items or make a note in your phone of what you want to use up. This is going to help you in the next step. Step 2, find your system. I may be old school, but I love a paper planner for meal planning. Now, for life scheduling and keeping work and kids and everything else flowing, I use Google Calendar. But for planning my meals, I like to handwrite them. I even very specifically use a pencil so that I can erase and change my plan if I change my mind. But here's the key to making meal planning happen and making the habit stick. Find the system that works for you. As a dietitian, I've seen many people handwrite meals on a plain piece of paper, on a weekly meal plan sheet that I've provided, in their Google Calendar, in a good old paper planner, or just on a dry erase board. It's what works for you. And here's the genius tip of using a paper planner or some way of keeping a log. The next time you go to meal plan, or a few weeks from now when you need to meal plan and your brain or heart just isn't in it, look back on a few weeks past for inspiration. You can literally take all the meals from 3 weeks ago and put them into your calendar for this week or for the next 3 weeks. Or what I do is use ideas from past months to fill in the gaps for the current month. For example, I totally forgot about this anti-inflammatory cashew curry I made about a month ago that my entire family loved. So I'm popping that meal into my next week's meal plan. Step 3, add in your schedule. Another key step that's often overlooked is considering what your schedule is going to be like for the week. Write it down in your planner, on your piece of paper, put it in your phone, whatever system you picked that works for you. But account for your schedule so you know what's happening so you can plan your meals around your life. Summertime tends to be more relaxed, there's less on the schedule, save for a few meetings, and if you're really lucky, there's some vacations in there. But fall and back to school means for many families, including mine, crazy schedules. My boys are starting up football soon, and we have Cub Scouts. So 3 nights a week, we have either sports or Cub Scouts, which means I need quick meals or slow cooker meals, or I need to lean on leftovers to feed and sustain everyone during the first half of the week. Or if you have early morning meetings and will need to rush to get out the door, plan some overnight oats to grab and go and make your life easier. Plus, they're delicious. If you don't consider your schedule, then what's the point of spending time choosing meals if they don't work with your life? Start with back pocket meals. Now we're getting into the details of the meal plan, and my biggest recommendation is to go with what you know, at least 2 meals a week. I call these your back pocket meals. The meals that you can whip up and make without a recipe, without thinking really, and that you and your family really enjoy. These easy back pocket meals free you up for a little more cooking and precision other days of the week. For many people, tacos are a total back pocket meal, and they're definitely one of mine. Another one is pasta, sauce, spinach, and some type of protein. Easy. Literally minimal thought required, but pleases all. That's the best, right? Take a moment and think about what your back pocket meals are and jot them down for 2 days on your weekly meal plan. Then batch cook one of them so you have 3 meals right there. Step 5, fill in the rest. For a 7-day meal plan, we already have 3 days of back pocket meals on the schedule. Now we're gonna fill in the rest. I recommend trying just 1 new recipe per week. More than that, and cooking can become overwhelming and just plain not fun. That's because cooking new recipes takes more energy, more brain power, and more concentration. So that 30-minute pad thai recipe you've been eyeing over on Pinterest, pop that into your calendar right now on an easy schedule day. And then it's just 3 days left to plan. And here's where we use meals that we've made before that we know we like and our family likes. Also, ask for input. I love doing this. I'll ask my boys what dinner they might like to have soon. And I usually know what my kids will say. Tomato soup and grilled cheese, homemade pizza always comes up, zucchini pasta, homemade crepes, but sometimes they surprise me with a left field answer and we just go with it. And my husband will chime in here and there too. Another tip is to have theme meals each week. Taco Tuesdays, meatless Mondays, pasta night, slow cooker Sunday, breakfast for dinner night. You can make anything into a theme if you want to. If you're crazy for, stir fries, Stir Fry Friday is born. Here's another tip. Leftovers can be your friend. I have 3 boys and leftovers seem to be rarer and rarer these days, but when we do have them, I'm so thankful. So fill in with meals that you know your family likes, that you've maybe cooked before, and try just 1 new recipe each week. Don't forget the early meals. For most of us, the most difficult part of meal planning is planning out our dinners. But don't forget the other meals. Remember those overnight oats I mentioned for easy breakfasts? I have a few recipes for those and I will drop the links below. Put those on your plan to make sure you get the ingredients to make them. For meal planning breakfasts, I like to alternate eggs with English muffins and fruit, oatmeal and overnight oats, toast with peanut butter, strawberries, and some flaxseed. So good. Lunch is another meal that gets totally overlooked. When it's back to school time, we need to make sure we have items for kids' lunches, so factor that in. And don't forget about yourself. I love a Greek salad and could eat my mason jar chickpea Greek salad every single day for lunch. So on the days I know that dinner leftovers will go to my husband for his lunch, I'll make this salad for myself or a quick adult lunchable situation with some tuna, veggies, cheese, fruit, and maybe some crackers. I like for lunch to be easy because I'm working during the day and I spend most of my time making dinner. So factor in those other meals so that you can make sure those items get put on your grocery list. Make your grocery list. Now that you've planned all the meals, get your grocery list together now. If you come back to it later, honestly, you're just wasting time. You'll have to go over the meal list again, remember the inventory again, and that's time you could be doing something else. Hopefully something you enjoy. So using your inventory, go meal by meal and determine what you already have and what you need for each recipe. Write it down, put it in your phone, whatever works for you. The beauty of good meal planning is that you can easily take your grocery list and order your groceries online. This is my favorite because it saves so much time. I happen to order and then pick up my groceries, but if you have them delivered, that's even better. Or if you prefer to go to the store and get your groceries yourself, I totally get that, and I do that too occasionally because sometimes you just want to pick your own produce, right? But whatever way you choose to get your groceries, get it done after you've planned. After I do my inventory and plan my meals, I make my list, and I have my laptop out right there to order the items straight away. Or sometimes I just use my phone and do it this way too. Online grocery ordering seriously saves my sanity. Meal planning can feel a little overwhelming at first, but by following these 8 simple steps, you will find yourself easily saving both money and time. Remember, the key is consistency, a little bit of creativity, and soon enough, meal planning will become second nature. And if you want to streamline this whole process, check out my meal planning programs below. And I have a downloadable meal planning template linked below so you can get started saving money and time. And if you have questions or need further tips, drop me a comment and I'm happy to help. Thanks so much for joining me on these step-by-step meal planning and money saving tips. What are your back pocket recipes? Drop it to me in the comments. Mine are definitely turkey and chickpea tacos and pesto pasta. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more meal planning advice, nutrition tips, and yummy recipes. Thanks for being here and for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, eat well, be well, thrive. But by following these 8 simple steps, you'll find yourself effortlessly